Good evening, YouTube. It's me all the way, George Page, aka. Well, I'm not doing AKA tonight, it's but I might well go ahead and drop him, aka the Emperor of Fear Bodybuilding Talk, aka the Emperor of WWE Talk, aka the Emperor of Wrestling Talk, or aka the Perry Sage, or aka the Joker. Well, folks, we have maybe an hour and a half to the new year. 2020 has flown by. 2021 has flown by. Seemed like, we just started this year, and now it is gone. It's going through. If you check my channel, I posted recently. We lost a legend, and that was the great late Miss Betty White. So I want to give a moment of silence to remember her and her contributions to entertainment and to television. Anyway, thank you, folks, for supporting my channel, for being fans of MMA. Also fans of bodybuilding. Just showing love for what the sport is and the contributions of it. But I'm not going to always be talking much about bodybuilding, but we'll talk about other subjects too, because this is the end of the year. Now, the thing is, now that things are changing, we're gonna have a new year. My man Brooke Burrell, Happy New Year to you, bro. I really appreciate you coming through. Brooke. I might have somebody you might want to talk to about that thing. Which I'm gonna reach out to her, and maybe next year get an interview with her, and maybe she might get a chance with her, talk with her. So anyway, we're gonna start with the first thing, which is, I would say, my bread and butter is WMMA. No, sorry, women's bodybuilding. The season is gonna be wild before we see women's bodybuilding. As you know, unlike the other divisions like physique, fitness, and all those, they don't have shows the good part of the about the first of the year. And then after that, it'd be wild before we see the rest of the season start up for women's pro level. Not till I think, early May. So if you follow it, they changed updated some of the list. That's, like I said, I talked about this the other early this week on Monday, where they have one show they dropped was the Linda Murray Norfolk show, and then there is she's now doing 2 shows in Georgia. That's gonna be Atlanta and also in Savannah. Then there's gonna be a couple of shows in Canada. I think one in British Columbia. And Toronto. Toronto was done about a month ago, and now, it's going to be, coming up the first of the month, pretty much around the early May. There's a lot of things going on in Bria bodybuilding. Talk about prospects. We still have the champion, Andrea Shaw. There's a good chance she's going to be dominant. Unless somebody really comes in with a really great physique. There's a look like a chance that I don't think she's going to be unseated as Miss Olympia. There's also what else is coming up? There's the Olympia has been moved. If you move forward, it's moved back to Vegas. They don't have it it's going to be in Vegas now. And if you check my community post, I posted where I was thinking about, going to my first show. Now I put 4 shows down. First enough, I put down the Atlanta Pro. There's the Linda Murray Atlanta Pro. I put down the Tampa Bay Pro. I put down the Savannah Pro, which is another Linda show. And also I put down the Olympia. But I'm debating, should I go to Olympia? But like I said, you got to fly to Nevada, and I'm not sure if I'm ready to fly just yet. I know I'm 47 years old, never flying the plane. I might do something closer, like maybe go to, since they have 2 shows in Georgia. Savannah's a lot closer to where I live at, or maybe go to Tampa. But it's all the way. I'll see how. I'm going to research and look and see how things going. And I like to go see a show. I like to meet some of these women I've done interviews with. I love to, get to know the faces that I've talked to, people I've been fans of for years. It's just one of those dreams. So, like I said, and also I want to reach out to more other competitors in other divisions. I'm hoping maybe in the future. I've been, like I said, sending out requests for interviews with women in the physique, in fitness divisions, figure, also, a couple of I think mostly figure, fitness, physique. I don't know about maybe wellness. I might think about wellness. Bikini. I don't know. I might try bikini. Ladies are busy. Some of these ladies. I remember I was talking to one lady. She felt sometimes she had issues with guys. Sitting crazy stuff. But when I was told that I was genuine about what I was saying, she understood, and she's hoping with things get with her schedule set, we can do the interview. I'm just crossing my fingers. Now, also, like I said, I'd like to do a lot more. Wouldn't mind travel a little more. I'm hoping this is be an opportunity for me with this upcoming plan. Now, what's going on in the news today? Not much. If you watch, I do content in MMA. I just did my pound for pound list. Now, UFC has the pound for pound list of best women's fighter. And I said that Amanda Nunes, after I lost to Gina Pena, dropped down to number 3. That's one whole spot. 2 have been good. I mean, I'm not a fan of Jimmy. I'm not a fan of Amanda Nunes. I'm not a fan. But I think 2 in a better spot. I mean, she has more of a record compared to Rose. But I created my own pound for pound list, and my list was like not just the women in the UFC, but also Bellator. Women, a couple of women from PFL, as you noticed, and it was a good list. Maybe I should have changed a little bit, but I went with the people that I think I like. I mean, like I said, I'm a fan of Swiss Cyborg. She's a great lady. I really think for that time when she commented and liked my video I made about her, that tells you, these women, we most definitely, people like her, they follow the fans. Somebody must do, let her know about the video. She reached out and she liked it. I think she's a genius person. I like to talk to some women who are on the higher end. Like, I done made a interview with like people like Lupa Gurriedis, who's down in the UFC. Love It Young, Chantel Coates, Mandy Polk, Sarah Alpar, who was in the UFC. I'm talking to a couple of ladies. I'm hoping they get the time. I want to do interviews with them. MMA is hard work. I'm telling you, you have to be committed to do it. I mean, anybody just can't just jump in and do what these women do. And these women, they I got respect them for what they do. Some people should respect these women's commitments. But one thing is that people have issues with the fact that about who their favorite fighter is, or all the other stuff that's going around. As you know, I did a video about Chael Sonnen. I inspired my man to coach. And Chael Sonnen, you know what he is. He is. I found out some stuff. He's a con man. He's a criminal. But you know what? People are not gonna do nothing about it. But the fact is, it's about not the content of the person; it's about the complexion. Now, one thing that's coming up is I saw that I also follow women's boxing. As you know, I saw that Alicia Shields. She's she's getting ready. Maybe next year we get to see that fight between her and Savannah Marshall. Now she's fighting another opponent sometime soon, but it's not Savannah Marshall. Somebody I forgot their name. It's the same card along with I think same card with Savannah Marshall or somebody I can't remember. And Chris Shields, she did pretty good in her debut in MMA, but then her last fight she lost, and she made three mistakes. One thing, her opponent when she had her backed up against the cage, she should have just backed up, let her pick up her head and keep on striking. But she just made so many mistakes. But she can improve. But the problem is she's in the wrong gym. The Wicked John Gym is not the best place for her. I mean, they don't have John Jones anymore. They most other fighters are not even doing too well. I think a lot of losses. I think they did drop one good thing. I think they dropped Platinum Piss Perry, Mike Perry. I think he dropped off. He's doing bare knuckle brawling now, and that bare knuckle brawling is violent. It is. I think what it is, people want a violent. You have MMA, but now they have something more violent than that. I watched some fights. And sometimes these guys get busted up. I mean, split their wig gets split, eyes busted open. I mean, some of the women get it hard too. And women don't have as much power compared to men. But hey, if you hit somebody enough, hey, they're gonna fall out. But one thing I think is, Paige Van Zandt. She had a couple. She's been on a 2-fight losing streak. I thought she could fight this woman by the name of Sangala, but that fight didn't happen. I think they were both on 2-fight losing streak. And Sangala fought somebody else. She got her first win. Paige, I don't know if she's gonna fight anymore. Last time I saw her, she was on AEW. Now, another sport I'm a fan of is wrestling. It's a sports entertainment. I like wrestling. I used to watch it. Me and my brothers and my my nephews used to watch it like Saturdays. Especially on the weekends. We grew up with NWA. We grew up with the WWE. No, WWF, not EWF, WWF. But I hadn't really watched wrestling that much. I do watch Ring of Honor, and I saw that Ring of Honor is going to be going out of on a hiatus. Uncertain if it will come back. I think it's gonna be out for November. No, April, and not certain it'll come back. I hope they'll get bought up by Titan Sports, which is owned by Rick Nance. That's WWE. It has fallen off. It's considerably fallen off. I've been reaching out to some wrestlers. Only people I had interviewed with was the Woad. She gave me an interview, and that's pretty nice of her. I would like and it was great for her to give me the opportunity. Also, my dear friend Miss Tacoma Talia, the great Warrior Wolf. She's doing pretty good. Her dear friend, Louis Leon, the premier. He's doing pretty good. He's up and coming. I like to do some more interviews with wrestlers. I've been reaching out to a few. One wrestler I would love to interview with, and that is, I'm gonna say it real quick, is most definitely. God, her name just escaped me just a minute. I had it in my head. Oh God, she's a beautiful chocolate woman, strong. God, how can I forget her name? You know who I'm talking about if you follow wrestling. She's a legend. She's I think what I saw on her Twitter, she's 2-20-0. She hadn't lost. And she's doing pretty good. I think she has a great career. I mean, black women wrestling, other than people like Miss Jacqueline, Jazz, there's Naomi, Sasha Banks, there's Bianca Belair, there's also people like Carol Hogan, and can't forget Holly Dead, Roxy, who's now still over there at Ring of Honor as a champion now, but her title's up for grabs. She's going to be fighting Deanna Purrazzo sometime soon. Like I said, my channel do focus a lot on the women because the fact is the women don't get as much attention compared to men. The guys can always get a lot of attention because the fact is they're the ones who make the money. Everybody comes see them. But I will say last 20 years, women have really stepped up. Especially I feel a good number of the women who are generation wrestlers like Charlotte Flair, Tessa Blanchard, what's the face? It's Neidhart's daughter. I think it's those that are keeping wrestling alive. Next generations, that's not the son's anymore. I think I remember when Ric Flair's son, his younger son, was supposed to be the next big thing, but he passed away from, I think it was a drug overdose, suicide. I don't know the whole story of that one. But like I said, wrestling, yes, I know it's fake. It's fake, but it's still entertaining. Now, one thing I want to talk about is how this year's been going. If you've been watching the news, we have a new variant of the virus, the Omicron. Or I think it was that old Transformer character of Unicron. I mean, people keep calling this crazy name, but the thing is, this virus it's been around. Some people believe this virus, has been here for years. It's just that now I think with global warming, the most of the ice caps. The scientists say that some of these viruses have been melted inside these ice caps for years. And now that, the weather is changing, like today, I live in North Carolina, and today it was like had to be the high 60s. Now, it happens like that about, around the time of year. I know some of you people live upstate, or lives, depending where you're living at, you get weather like 30, 40, sometimes even below zero weather. But here in the South, it doesn't really get cold till about January, February. So, but it was a good day. I went to do some laundry. My mom always told us, don't have no dirty clothes in the house on New Year's Eve. For New Year's Day. I got a couple of pair of pants and socks, but I just took them off like a few minutes ago. I'm just sitting in here in my most comfortable pair of shorts, a nice shirt. I want to feel comfortable. You always want to feel comfortable. When you're home. And the thing is, I'm at home. I'm not going out. I can't remember the last time I gone out to a club. It's been a long time. Like where I live at, it's not much to do. No place really to go. Most of these little juke joints, it's too much young crowd. They act stupid. You just can't go somewhere and just sit, relax, have a good time. I don't drink. That's a good thing. I don't drink. I used to when I used to roll with some guys after work. We used to go to this club over in South Carolina. Well, where I worked at wasn't South Carolina, but we went to 2 or 3 towns over, and they had me because I was the designated driver. I didn't drink, so I was there with them and drove back, and I enjoyed those times. Seemed like a long time ago, but time really flies if you think about it. And it's just seemed like I said. When I was growing up, it seemed like birthdays took forever. Christmas, you don't know when it was going to be coming. But now birthdays come every minute. And it seems like Christmas comes every 3 or 4 times a year. Time speeds up. And I think about that, how I'm getting older. Just turned 47 last month. you know, and one of the biggest regrets was I never put myself out there. I never did. I went out every now and then, had some fun, hang out with some people, but I never really found anybody to have a serious connection with. I had relations, but not relationships. That's a big difference. And now with my mom gone, it's kind of lonely. I have family, that's good, but it's not the same. It's nice to have somebody as a companion to keep you company. You know, Humans were social creatures. That's in our nature. Like ever since the pandemic, a lot of people are staying at home. People like to be around people. But let me remind you something. You know, this is like I listen to people who I follow, such as Executive 23, my man, the coach. That's one thing to talk about. This whole thing with the pandemic and this whole with the vaccination thing. People understand that's science. Science is truth. I know people don't want to believe it. They don't want to say, I don't want to get the shot because I'm scared. Yes, I'm scared. And people die. Well, sometimes some people have some issues. It's just sometimes some people just have immunity issues. It's nothing we have done about it. You're going to have a few people. I mean, I said this before. These vaccination has been going on for years. You go back to yellow fever, you go back to smallpox, you go back to measles, you go back to polio. But the one thing also in the Black community, we've been victims of experimentation. The Tuskegee experiment where they experimented on black men using syphilis, stuff like that. We've been tested, product poked. We do have that concern. We don't want to be dealing with doctors. It's a fear. But the fact is, doctors' medications there for a reason. And people, when you get mad and talking about, I don't want this, like that, but you ask for it because the fact is, some stuff like this happens. When pandemics happens, people ask them, what's the government going to do? What's the government going to do? What's the government going to do? They did it. They did it because you want something done. You may not like the results of it, but it was something that needed to be done. Now, right now is this new Omicron, variant. We have to sit it out. All we can do is ride it out. Maybe in a couple more years, things get a little better. We have to play our parts. And one thing I'm gonna get tired of people hearing is that it's like Nazi Germany. It's nothing like Nazi Germany. Stop saying that. I'm tired of people saying that. Back then, if you didn't have your papers, you got shot or sent to a concentration camp. All you do is maybe you might get a fine, you might do a couple of days in jail. That's about it. Don't compare that to that time point. And not all people who was killed by Nazis were Jews. People who were gay, people who were handicapped, people who were not ethnically white were put into concentration camps. So don't compare that to that. And if I hear another person say, shut your damn mouth up. That's nothing to do with that. You live in a country when you as a citizen say you want your government to do something, don't get mad when the government do something. Don't get mad at people like Dr. Fauci. Don't get mad at the president. Don't get mad at this because the fact was you're the ones who wanted the problem solved. And like we're talking about with Joe Biden. Everybody blame Joe Biden for what's going on. Here, let me tell you something real quick. Anytime a president gets becomes president, when anytime president is elected after another president, especially when that president comes in his first year, it's going to be tough. When you come behind somebody else who's creating a mess, and his policy and stuff will start taking effect in his administration. It happens. Now, people say, Trump was doing so good. No, Trump was spinning off of what Obama did. It takes a year or two for, the whatever policies and stuff that president put in start to kind of wear out. And then the policies of the next president starts to kind of filter in. He's just usually just riding off the success of that first president, the first guy before him. But then the next guy, if he has like a short term like Trump had, Biden has to, get behind the mess that he left him. Joe Biden's not perfect. I'm gonna tell you straight up, it's not perfect, but you think about it. If we had 4 more years of Trump, I think it's gonna be worse than we had the 8 years of Bush. Probably worse because he has no knowledge or no no expertise in how the government works. Government's not like a business. You can't run a country like a business. You know, what a business is, you have chairman, you have council, you have CEO, yada yada. And they say what goes. In a country, the citizens should say what goes. Even though, hey, we know this country, give too much control to the people who have the money can do it. But for order for you to do something to make your country better, you got to start from the grassroots. You got to start with your own local politicians, and then work yourselves up. And then you feel like your representative or senator's not doing a good job, then let him know that, hey, you're not working for me. You're working for somebody else. So I'm gonna find somebody who want to work for me. And it did tie people working against their own interests, And every time politicians say, hey, gays want to get married, women want to have abortions, immigrants are coming here. What does it have to do with anything? Then people want to come here for years, for years. Because what you present the country an idea of it. This great country, everybody want to come here. Everybody want to be something great. When you present that to somebody who come from where they had nothing, a struggle, then what you expect them to do? Say, hey, I don't want to come because, I don't want to come here because I can build myself up. And yes, there's things where it help these people out, because the fact is, these people come here, they have no knowledge how things work. One thing is, you have to assist them. I know most Americans don't like that, but that's how it is sometimes. But you here as Americans, you know the system. You can work the system. All you got to do is it takes a lot of work to do it. If you're willing to do the work, you can get what you want. Sometimes it's hard. It takes time. It takes years. It takes effort. But if you're not willing to put in the effort, then you shouldn't be mad if you don't get anything out of it. And you can't be mad at somebody else because they get assistance, because they don't know how things work. There's people come into this country who study becoming a citizen and know more about America than people who actually live here. That's the sad part about it. This is your country. You should know about your country. Especially a country where it's the sins that's committed. The sins against Native Americans, the sins against Africans, the sins against other minorities and races. I also not say not racist, ethnic people, because we're all the same race. We're all human. So like I said, stop saying race, say ethnic, or because we're all humans. We're the only creature on this plane of Earth. There might be, like I said, there's billions and billions of galaxies, but here we're the only ones here on Earth. I know people don't like to be told this and that, and you hate people, especially people who hate me telling by somebody who say they're smarter than. I don't say I'm smarter than you. I'm a regular citizen. I'm a regular person. I have my thoughts, my views. I like to share them. Now, one thing we do in this new year, we have to have some hope. We have to have, see that, things get better. It's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a struggle, but things will get better. You have to give it time. Nothing is like I say, Rome wasn't built in a day. It takes time to build, things and bounce back. I'm hearing talk that we might get some more stimulus checks. I'm hoping. Government owes to take care of citizens. Should have been took care of us. People talk about how we wouldn't, you wouldn't get much under the last guy either. He had, like I said, he had a policy. He had a plan. He was given to him to work, but he didn't want to, because the fact was he didn't like it because a black man wrote off of it. Not because it was a good policy that was really working, but because a black man shot my father. That's all it was about. And I'm watching people talking about theoretical race theory. It's about telling the truth to teach young people what's going on, what's been going on in this country for years. But they want to ignore it, get mad when we talk about it. What's why to do that? Because they're fear of revealing that they are underhandedly racist. That's what that's about. That's about me being feel that, hey, I'm a racist. Yes, we have people have prejudice. People say black people can be racist. Not really. Racism is about control and power. Black people don't have that control and power. We can be prejudiced. We can't be truly racist. We're the most accepting people. Even we have been victims of racism. We are still accepting. You know, we are the most. We and also black people. We need to unite more. It's. I think it goes back to I believe how we were treated. We are like crabs in the barrel. With the crabs in the barrel is that one crab trying to pull the other one crab down from climbing up, and we fight amongst ourselves. But no different from any other minority group or no ethnic group, not minority ethnic group. White people fight amongst each other. Asians fight amongst each other, but they do unite when it's time to. That's what we need to do, black people. We need to unite. We need to come together as a people. You know, we built this country. You know, if it wasn't for us, when after there wouldn't be no America. We built countries. We built cities. We helped the farming industry, and we had gotten little to no reward from it. Reparations. Just like reparations. How do you do reparations? Well, they do like this. Andrew Yang. He ran for president in 2020, and it was 2020, and he suggested we should do this. Everybody should get like a little 1,500 a month little payment. Well, you can do it like this. You can give it to every black person who is descendant of slaves. Excluded are people who are from countries that are, even though they're slaves, if they're not American-born citizens, they shouldn't get, they should get it. But here's the thing also, you can go and present this to the UN. Because, other countries are involved in slavery. Spain, England, the EU, countries like that had, even though England did stop slavery maybe about 100 years before America, they still had gotten, benefits from it, from the use of slave labor. You know, what should happen is like every person who is in America who is descendants of slaves should get, if you are an adult, you should get maybe I would say, depending if you just yourself as an individual, I would say $2,000 a month. And if you have a family, you should get $5,000 for the rest of your life. Now, also, if you have a child, if you're somebody who has children, the children should get money into I would say like an escrow, or put it into a savings. So when they get older, that money can be used. Now, one thing you have to do is wait till you're 25. Why 25? At 18, you're still a kid. You don't need that much money in your hand. At 21, you are not, still growing out of teenage years. At 25, after you put some work in, you do this and that, you can use that money. You can use it for a house, buy yourself a car, use it to, do what you want. If you have college fees, that money can go to pay back college. I think every black person should get free college if they want to apply. If all you gotta put is, hey, I'm black, yada yada yada, the date of birth, boom, blah blah blah. You have a social security number, you should have free college. It's all depending on how your education is. If you are smart enough, you can go to Yale or Harvard, cool. If you're not that smart, you should go to your local community college or your local state free college. I think that should be like that. If you go to community college, you shouldn't have to pay for community college. If community college should be free out the gate. I remember I went to community college. I did, I got a Pell Grant, but still I had to, Pell Grant was enough to pay for my college because community college around here was cheap. But I went to Millamont, and I had to get a loan, and it wasn't that much. I'm thinking about applying my nephew, my sister told me what they can do is because I'm getting disability, which I've been getting for about 5 years. I can get it, wiped clean because I'm not going to pay that money back. Like I said, I get a little money every month, and that money doesn't last long. It is gone by the time I pay this bill, that bill. I got to sell a little bit just in case something happens. Rent, light bill, food, um, little other things, little thing now and then. Sometimes I'm here at home and bored. And, sometimes I'll jump on. I'm not gonna get to do much details, but because there's not much else to do. Like I said, not much else to do. Where I live at is a small town, very small town. We have one stoplight, one grocery store. We have a couple of gas stations, and maybe a couple places to eat, but not really that decent. We have to go to the next town over. That's in South Carolina. That's up the road, and because it's a nice place. The town that's next over it's growing. My town's not growing. I mean, it seemed like it's just. Well, I used to live out of the country when I was a kid. Coming to Rolling was a good because in Rolling back then was more that's town living. It was more prosperous, But now it seems like it's kind of dead. It's kind of dead. Not much. And every now and then, I mostly stay at home. I do a lot of traveling. Like when the first of the month when I go and buy groceries for the house and pick up a few things, little toiletries and stuff like that, and washing, dishwashing, things like that. That's the highlight of my week. I might do that every couple of weeks. Sometimes I'll be tired of this and say, I'm just gonna go visit my sister or go get myself something to eat or just get out of the house because sometimes there's nothing else to do. I'm working on content. I try to think about subjects. Like I said, most of my content is on women's bodybuilding because there's a lot to talk about. We got my partner Jared. I appreciate Jared. He reached out to me, and I was just doing most talking by myself, like this. But he reached out to me, and we became partners. Right now, season's gonna be slow for us. It's gonna be hard to have subjects to talk about. Hey, if you follow my channel, I have my community a community board. If you want to place something and give me a subject that I might want to talk about, let me know. Especially in bodybuilding, I think there's some great stuff to talk about. But I got to get it all together, research it a little bit, figure out what is good, and maybe like I said, if you are female bodybuilders out there who wants to get yourself attention, even though my channel is a small channel, I'm a little over 600 subscribers. I'm happy to do that for you. I'm really happy to do an interview with you, talk to you. Like I said, I'm hoping to get some interviews in the new year. Hope to talk to some ladies, reach out because I think they need support. But it's one of these things. It gives me something to do. It gives me a purpose. Like I said, my mom's it's been a whole year since my mom passed. And then it's gonna be 2 years, in a few months next year. And it's kind of strange her and I being around, I'm used to her. We kept each other company. We used to be riding buddies. Used to be me, my brothers, and my nephews. All lived together. And they moved out and went on their own thing. And it was me and her, And my family's got smaller. My mom, like I said, my older brother passed away 18 years ago. It's gonna be, my one of my older sisters passed away. Then my mom. It's just seemed like our family's gotten small. And then also scattered. My brother lives a couple of towns over. My sister lives across the road from me. My other sister lives in a couple of towns away. My nieces and nephews, they got their own lives, they got their own kids. My mom was around. He said, everybody should come out here because if it's a her, check her out. But now she's gone. I don't really see them that much. I go over there, visit or something like that. But like I said, it'd be nice, like I said, to, have somebody, and that's why I enjoy doing my interviews. I get somebody to talk to, have conversations. I stay in contact with some of these ladies I've done interviews with. We talk, we joke. Sometimes we call. I don't want to be too, the guy who be, always up at your, hey, what you doing here? Nah, every other day, just every now and then. So anybody, some people I enjoy the conversation with these ladies. They're beautiful ladies, amazing women. That's why I respect them. I wish I could do more for them. I wish I could. I know, but whatever I do, they really appreciate it. I did today to the package show lady, Miss Daphne Carter. She had interviews, great lady, sweet lady. She's a nurse, she's a mother, a competitor, physique competitor. I mean, she's a great lady. And, I really was happy to see that package to her. Because I know it's little stuff that's, they can use, they can help them between seasons, something not like really heavy duty stuff, just little things like toiletries, stuff like that, things they can appreciate because, maybe saves a few bucks in their pockets, maybe extra, $30, $40 they can, save towards and put towards something they might need, happy to help, One thing I would love to do, I talked to this before, if I had the resources and had the money, I would love to do a show here in North Carolina. There's some shows been done in North Carolina, but not bodybuilding shows, for women bodybuilding shows. Not since the Jan Tanner. Jan Tanner was in Charlotte. And that's like a good way from where I stay at. And it was a great show. I would love to do a show. And then I said, I picked what place I want to go to. I said Asheville. Asheville is a little bit on the way. It borders where I think around about Georgia and Tennessee, I believe. It's right there, like at the front part of the Tar Heel State. And I remember watching this thing. I said this before. I watched this thing with Gordon Ramsay. He was there. He was doing a food truck, and he had a food truck challenge. And I said, well, I do a show like this. I would do the venue. I need somebody to help me out how to set it up, how to the lighting, everything. Bring the right people. It'd be a pro-am show. Because you really make money off of the amateurs because they got to pay in. You'll make as much money off the pros as you do much as the amateurs. Get a few sponsors. I would say have a food truck, serve the food to the people. The competitors can eat free. Competitor staff eat free, and everybody else has to pay. I love to do something like that. That'd be nice. I think it'd be a great show. Call the I don't know what name I call it. I would think probably say Asheville Pro or call it the Tar Heel Pro. I mean, try to figure out a good name for it. It'd be a great show, great opportunity for competitors, especially coming down south. It's truthfully it's cheaper to live down south. That's why a lot of people move down here because it's cheaper. Plus the weather's a little better. You live up north. People. I remember talking to one guy. He was a doctor I met. I was with to my orthopedics. He said first time he moved down here. He was like, it snowed. And he said, everything got closed. And he looked at it, it was barely half an inch of snow. He said, well, I'll tell it like this. Where you come from, when it snows maybe 6-7 feet. And even though that much snow, the city keeps on moving. But down here when it snows, it'd be, 5 or 6 inches. Everything shuts down. People are not used to that much snow. But the snow don't last long. By the time, even if it gets a little flurries, it's melted by the time it hit the ground. And then, usually it don't really get heavy till like at night where it's dark and it can really snow. But when it was in the middle of the day or early in the morning, it's going to last that long. Most of the time it'll last maybe half a day and be melted by the time, the sun goes down. But, that's how it is sometimes. But I think I wouldn't mind living someplace else. I mean, I've been living in the same place for nearly 30 years, but like it's reasonable. It's pretty reasonable. Like something breaks down, I don't have to pay out my pocket. I can call housing authority, come fix it. One thing I do is I hate that a while back, my washing machine broke down. I worked on it. It was something on it it was like the day after Christmas. It started working a little better. And they say, yeah, washing clothes, wash 3 pieces in there. And then today I said, you know what, I'm going to wash some clothes because, you know, I hear my mama saying in my voice, don't leave no dirty clothes on the new year coming in. So I wash the clothes. And then what happens? The washing machine started acting up. Ah, God, I had to take, lucky that it was halfway through Spain. I had to take the laundromat, finish them up, then dry and bring them back home. And that was done. And now I have a washing machine I can't use. You know, I was hoping, you know, it was working again. Hey, I could save a few bucks. Now I got to go back to the laundromat. You know, it doesn't rain, it pours. It's that old saying. So I might as well junk it. I think I asked one of my neighbors. She had a washing machine. I broke down on her. She asked somebody to come pick it up, and I'm gonna do the same thing too. There's no point keeping it. And maybe that lady down the road, I get a little cash, and me save some money. You know, get another washing machine. You know, it's good as you know. I wish we could have a washer dryer, but where I live, these buildings, these apartments are old, and I couldn't fit a dryer in this house anywhere. You know. So, folks, it's another. You got another. I would say, ooh, 40 minutes to the new year. Well, I won't say too long. Like I said, I'm going to probably stay another 10 or 15 minutes, then jump off, watch the ball drop, and, you know, celebrate the new year, go to sleep. That's about it. There's, I don't drink, I don't go wild out. Probably wouldn't mind going out, but where to go? I said again, it's not really much where to go. Used to be this club I used to hang out with a long time ago. I used to work at it too, but I've been to it a couple of times. It's not the same. You know, it just doesn't feel the same. You know, it's just the crowd is different. The things have changed. You know, too much of these young people just acting a fool half the time. And it's just, you know, I remember one time, this is like about, I would say, 14, no, 16, 17 years ago. It was me, my nephew, my brother, and my niece. And we all went out. It was on Christmas Eve. And we went to this little place, a little hole in the wall club that, this, it's known, and, I was having a right time. I got to dance a little bit, had a good time. And then something happened. Yeah, my brother got in trouble. And my nephew got in trouble. And, I had to see what was going on. And, I saw him. My brother was on the ground getting beat up by this guy. He's one of the security guys. And my brother, and my nephew was like at the wall being held by one of the security guys. And I got on my knees, stretched my arms out, looked the man dead in the eyes, and said, "Please get off my brother." KL ain't no angel. Hey, brother, happy New Year to you. I appreciate you coming through. Hit that like, share, comment, subscribe. We appreciate people. I appreciate you people like KL and Brooke for coming through and supporting me. I know everybody's busy, everybody's out and about, but I was doing this just for myself. And the guy got off my brother and he left him alone. The police came and there was a sheriff department in the county came. They handcuffed him, but they said, "You calm down, sir. We'll let your brother go." And I calmed down a little bit and they let him go. They could have handcuffed me, but they didn't. So because I didn't do anything, but they could have handcuffed me. I don't know why you can't. I don't know why they handcuffed me. I think it was, sometimes I'm the type of guy. I wasn't that big back then. But I was a good sized dude. I wasn't that big. I was a good sized dude. I'm only 5'7". I think it was maybe 300 pounds back then. I'm a little 400 now, but I used to be a lot heavier. But ever since my mom got sick and I was taking care of her, I just didn't take care of myself. And now that she's gone, I'm taking care of myself. I was like, I would say around 450, close to 460. And, I dropped down to 425. I was getting a lot lighter, but, I was usually exercising in the morning, but my shoulder been bothering me. And, because of that, I can't do my exercise as well. It's possibly I might be planning to get a surgery because I have a tear. It's in my right shoulder. And, I had to talk to my doctor because I have heart issues. I have a pacemaker. And he suggested that I think I should, get my surgery in this hospital, the right hospital, just in case. I'm sharing this with you, because, I want to let you know just in case if something happens to me, you know why. But, I'm thinking about it. I need to do it because, like I said, this is something that needs to be done. I'm getting older. I've been working since I can remember. Started working at 10 with my mom and my brothers and my sisters, working in the fields a little bit, not as much because I was still young. But when summer school, sometimes my mom had nobody to watch us because me and my brothers and sisters was working someplace else. She took me and my younger brother, we'd go sit with her, so I was picking cucumbers with her, and my brother said, I'm about to eating cucumbers. I went to the blueberries when I was younger. I did, did tobacco for a little bit. Didn't do much, I did it maybe a few times every summer. And then I got my first real job. I worked at the gas station. I did that for 15, 16 years, and then on and off. And I worked at a textile plant, worked at a strip club, worked with the school a few times, worked in a couple of temp jobs. My last job was working in a meat packing process company till I got sick and had to quit. I did a lot, and just being only 47. But like I said, the big regrets is I wish I put myself out there. Well, for a long time, I didn't have a license, and I barely drive. I didn't have my own car. And if I made a license, but most of the time I just, didn't go a lot of places. It's hard to find people you have something common with, share interests with. I can always try that, web, it's a online dating thing. I don't know. I don't know. And then the town I live in is a small town. I'm only half the people in it. So, you might hear it, hey, cuz, hey, cuz, hey, cuz. I mean, you run into like that, especially living in a small town. You can run into people that you share a great grandma or something like that, or, by marriage, or, it's just, and people say, I remember one person being, hey, that's 4 cousins. It's a, hey, you can do what you want. Say, oh, hell no. Hell no. There's still that drop of blood between us. And I don't want no freaky looking kids. No. I have some pretty cousins. They're attractive. I have some cute cousins, but I don't want to be in that trouble. I don't want that. But like I said, we got a few more hours of New Year. We just got, it's just another hour or so. No, actually, another 25 minutes, 40 minutes, 35 minutes. Like I said, I'm not being much longer. I just saw my man coach just pop on, and he's about to do live stream. I'm gonna probably jump on there over there in a bit, have some fun with him, talk with him a little bit. I like the coach. He really, really made me the man who I am now. I appreciate his support. I appreciate the support of my family, who come on some of my live streams, who show me respect. I really appreciate all of y'all. I really, I'm glad for what I'm doing now. And this is something, it's still new to me. I mean, making content, I want to do a little better. If I do a little better, like one thing I'm thinking about, if I save a few bucks, I'll give myself a laptop. I can do editing and stuff like that. I can do more, better quality content. Like one thing, people like KL and other people like my slides. How I do my slides? What I do is I download pictures. I, take the pictures and try to put them into a storyline. Try to tell a story. And then when I get them in order, I email to myself. And I take my phone, take them, set it up, and then just create the slides. I used to do it like this. I used to download pictures straight to my phone. And then, I don't know how I did this. I don't know. I did it by accident one day, and then I said, that's how I do it. So it's easy that way. I don't have to, do all the work with the phone like that. I just take it, put it together. When I'm done, email it to myself, and boom. I think it's a lot easier too. It's a little more work, but it's a lot easier. And also the slides look better, especially with the right phone. This phone here I've been having for a while. I got it because my old phone was getting old. It was getting old. It was lagging. It just, it wasn't doing this good. This phone here I have, it's been, been doing pretty good. But like I said, I really like to thank all of y'all for this is my channel, supporting my channel. Follow my content. It's it's amazing what we do and how we do it here. It's a lot of work to do what we do. Yeah. Now, one thing I am doing, I think I hope I did it, is I'm supposed to be downloading my last Perfect Sage for the new year. I better, I just finished it about a few minutes ago, and I was just doing some stuff before I finished. I need to download it before the new year starts. So it'll be officially my last Perfect Sage. You love the Perfect Sage. I'm thinking about doing some more content with him. I try to figure out what I want to do. There is so much. It's fun. It's a character I created. It's a name that was given to me by my dear, Queen of Shade, Mary Thomas. And and I really appreciate her. She is a great lady. I would love to meet her sometime soon. And maybe chop the wood with her. I'd love to meet a lot of people who I'm on. When we on Facebook personally, I like to meet these people. But if we don't, that's cool. Um, but I really appreciate y'all. I do. I'm just right now. I'm just talking off my butt, and I'm just thinking about what the new year is going to bring, to us citizens here in America, and to the rest of the world. Are we ready for another year? I know people saying, that old song, same shit, just a different number. And it's kind of true. But sometimes, life is unpredictable. You never know, like Forrest Gump is, you never know what you're going to get. It's like life's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. That's what it is, So, right now, and like I said, I'm going to end my stream in a bit. I'd like y'all to like, comment, subscribe, share, talk about things amongst each other, supports, these women in sports like MMA, wrestling, boxing, bodybuilding, support any athlete, and I said for the past, if you can reach out to somebody and say to them, hey, I want to help you, and I don't want nothing out of it, that's a good thing. It's good to do good by people. I think it makes you feel a lot better. There's so much going on in this world that's just crazy. But if you can be a glimmer and shine of hope to somebody in their life, do that. A good deed never hurts. Sometimes I will say a good deed, can, no good deed goes unpunished. But at the same time, it never hurts to help. So I've been out here about an hour, just talking off my butt. I do appreciate y'all listening to me. KL No Angel, Brooke Burrell, thank you for coming through, liking the video. Just the one person that's here, I appreciate you too, because you took the time. I know you probably want to be out somewhere partying, getting drunk, and getting foolish, but I do appreciate you coming through. So, like I said, we got another 29 minutes to the new year, and let's have some good hopes, some good dreams. Let's make it to the next year. Let's make it 2024, 2023, let's say 2020, 2030. That's it. Come on, you think about it, huh? 8 more years to be 2030. Huh? I'm thinking like the Jetsons or something like that. But anyway, like I said, I do appreciate all of y'all. Like I said, my subscribers, my followers, my friends, my captain, And you know what? Whatever you do in this world, I don't expect you, like, this is why I used to say guys used to work for me when I used to work at gas stations. I said, I don't expect you to be perfect, but I do expect you to be thorough. Whatever you do in this world, don't try to be perfect. Just be thorough. So anyway, folks, I'm going to... sorry. That's hope you hear that. But anyway, folks, I really appreciate your time. And I think I'm going to head out. Like I said, I was going to kick back and watch some TV. So... Anyway, thank you all you folks. My man's K.A. Ellen Jenny. Ain't no angel. But morale on my false subscribers. All the ladies who follow me, I follow you. I hope you'll have a great new year. Spend it with people you love and care about. And always remember, be good. And also, to you weirdos out there, no D-pics. You should be on the way to George page. Don't like, subscribe. I'm out.